Told you I'd be doing more videos for you guys as the market starts getting more heated up. So I'm going to be doing this video for None the Wiser. He's within the Discord group. He's asked for ICP and he's saying, by all accounts, ICP partner with HBAR. So he's got some bullish info there. I know he loves ICP, but to be honest with you, the reason why I'm doing it is because he's just got man flu, guys. He's coming away from man flu and he's getting better from man flu. So everybody knows that that's the worst type of flu that you can get. So give him best wishes in the comments. But to be honest with you, I think he just likes these cartoon characters, the bulls and the bears. But what do we need for this bull to regain control against this bear? Because we've pulled back to an important level, a key important level that I'm going to show you, which is a strong support, guys, that I'm interested in. All right, so we're currently trading on ICP at $9.13. Let's zoom into what price action is currently doing. You can see we're at a strong support. This is marked out by my strong support zone here. Clues look left, guys, and you can see this acted as resistance, resistance, resistance. What is resistance? Well, then flip support, that's an RS flip. So that's exactly what that's doing now. But how far is it pulling back? And what if we're wrong? How far could it go down? So that's what we're going to measure today, guys. And is it likely to push through and test this bear up here? This bear is sitting now at $16. That's where ICP was previously before it got rejected. But if we just zoom out a little bit, guys, you can see these rejection points here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. When it comes back through, that's where you expect resistance. So the aim in the game, guys, is to start taking out these levels and taking out these levels. But they don't look much on the chart. But when you start taking out these levels are 71% to the upside. These levels are from where price action is there, 45% to the upside. So they're big swings, guys. They're big swings. Now, ICP, let's zoom out. I want to show you a couple of things on ICP. This is the Coinbase chart. This is where ICP was previously at its all-time high in 2021. Tokenomics were a bit knackered, guys. It kept bleeding during the bull market. Everything went wrong on ICP, and I think they've got a new team now and things are starting to pick up. But I want you to show you this level here. Got a lot of rubbish on this, a lot of grief on my channel on this because people were saying, I don't know what you're talking about, ICP 2000, it went to 500. On the Coinbase chart, it went to 500 and or just under 500, 497. Right, okay. This is the Binance chart, and this is what I was telling you before, guys, about exchanges. So you think about a price. What is the Bitcoin price? The Bitcoin price, just as an example, $108,474 as an example. That price is on a certain exchange. The buy orders and the sell orders have an offer on that exchange for that price. Now, you look at a different exchange and the price will be slightly different. It's only slightly different, guys. If it's really different, what that creates is something called an arbitrage. What that happens, or what that means, is you can swap from one exchange to another exchange, make the difference from one exchange to another exchange. So arbitrages have got lots of bots involved now, guys. There's lots of like things that look for arbitrage that happen and put things right in real time. So the fluctuation in price is what I'm saying is happens a lot less, especially on exchanges, on decentralized exchanges. It can happen a lot more and it can be quite more volatile. So what I'm saying is that is the Coinbase chart. We see what it topped out, nearly $500. Now, this is the Binance chart. This is what people were giving me grief about. $2,849, $2,834, sorry. People were saying it didn't hit that, that's a glitch, that's a glitch. Did hit that, guys. Hit that on the Binance chart. Only temporarily. That's the daily. Look where it ended up on the day, guys. All the way up there. Imagine riding that all the way up there and then all the way back down. What's that a drop of? People bought up here 87.14% in one day. 87.14% in one day. Wow. Anyone that bought that would have got absolutely wrecked. That's pretty much like a lunar in a day, I suppose, and then some. Okay, back to ICP. What I'm looking at now on ICP. Go back onto the Coinbase chart, actually, get the bulls and the bears up, get the nice little pictures for None the Wiser. What we've got is we've got a pennant. Now, we talk about bull pennants, we talk about bear pennants. What's this? This is a bear pennant, guys. This is a bear pennant. When is a bear pennant invalidated? If you get a break and you get a close out of the top of the pennant and you take out the previous high, this one, that's when this flips bullish. That's where you expect resistance to become support once it's broken through. So we know that this was a resistance point. We looked left, We know that that reacted previously before. We know that that's a resistance point, so we expected a pullback. How far do we expect a pullback, guys? Remember, we talked about it. 382 is a weak retracement. 618 is a golden zone. That's where it's good to take trades often. And then a 786 is a deeper retracement. Sometimes the 786 can be good, and different types of pairs have different types of sticking points. Some love the 786, some love the 618, some just go with the 382 and absolutely fly, and you don't even get a chance to get in there. So what I'm saying is we've broken to the upside. This was previous resistance, this build up of price action on ICP. This was the barrier. This was where the bear was previously. We broke through, the bull battered him, bam, bull battered him, pushed him back on the perch up here. So the bull broke through, the bull regained momentum there. Now, we had the pullback. Got the pullback, we can monitor the pullback. How do we do that? We had a trend line. How do we know that the trend line's confirmed? 3 touches. 1, 2, 3 touches. So there's 2 ways that you can play this. The first way is we're at a strong support now. Can we add any confluence to that? Stick in Fibonacci from the swing low to the swing high. Is there any sticking points? Right, we've got the 786 here. We've got the 786 here, which is sitting at $8.81. Price action is $9.13, pretty much nearly there. So price action is nearly there. You could come back and test the bottom of here. You can tell we're getting some kind of a support here at this level here at $9.02. So $9, obviously a psychological level, that's going to be a sticking point. So you've got your $9, you've got your 786, but you've also got this, guys. This was your previous resistance that is holding support at the moment. We've also got this. We're looking for clues. We're looking for indications. You've got this. Talk about clues within candlesticks. What is that? At some point, the bears have pushed price all the way back down to the bottom of this candle, if you can see it, then pushed price all the way back up. So you've got lots of indications that there's buy orders here and there's buy orders here. So you can play it 2 ways from an accumulations perspective. You're buying at support rather than resistance, dipping your toe in the water, knowing that if you put all your eggs in one basket here and it drops down to the next support level, you can't take advantage of that. So splitting your positions from an investment perspective is a good idea. From a trading perspective, you're looking for short, high probability moves. So from a trading perspective, we're looking at this. You're waiting for a pullback, then you want some kind of a break of trend. Once you've got a break of trend, that's going to be your trigger. Not only a break of trend, guys, not just a wick out, it's got to be a break and a close outside of trend. Then what you can do is you can bring in the risk to reward. This is where the important thing happens. Where are you shooting for? Where are you protecting yourself? How much are you risking? So your risk to reward, where does your stop loss go, guys? Below the lower low. Stop loss below the lower low. Why does it go below the lower low? Because if the trend continues, you want to be out with the least amount of capital at risk. So you're waiting for the break. That's giving you confirmation. What you can do is you can bring up stochastic RSI to say that you're coming from an oversold position. This is if this happens, guys. You've got a few candles to go yet. This is the daily chart. You've got stochastic coming from oversold. You've got a break. That's signaling momentum. You're indicating what is your risk to reward. Where are you shooting for? Shooting for the previous top swing high. That gives you a 4.17 risk to reward. Now, will it play out like this, or how could it play out differently? There's a couple of ways that it could play out. You could get a volatile spike, and if you're waiting for the close, the spike might be so volatile that your risk to reward isn't going to be good enough. You don't want to be risking this much. You don't want to be risking this much. So then how do you play it? You're likely to get a build up of price action here. This build up of price action here. What's that going to do, guys? Once it's flipped resistance, it would expect to flip support. So if you get a big volatile push and that big volatile push pushes the candle all the way up here, which means that you have to increase your risk and reduce your reward by the way as well, then what you can do is wait for a pullback at this previous resistance level to support. And then what does that do to your risk to reward? Brings it back down to 6.24. Does it always happen like this, guys? No, it doesn't. Otherwise, everyone will be a millionaire. But if you keep looking at the charts and identifying these type of patterns, it's simple. Simple look. Rejection, 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 rejection. Until you get a break, that's showing that the bears have got control. You're waiting for the bulls to get control. You know when the bulls have got control because the bears have bashed price back in, Bulls have got control when they pop their head up. You're coming from oversold. They've got momentum on the back of that. that's when you can really try. Aim of the game is to take out the previous high. That'd be around here, $9.51. And then that should be a support buy if it comes back. So that's how you can play it, guys. But this guy here really needs knocking off his perch soon. Really needs knocking off his perch soon. But that's how I'd be playing the ICP trade. I hope you're feeling better as well, none the wiser. Anybody else, get yourself on the Discord group, have a say in the community. Let's get to know each other, and I'll see you in the next one.